Hey everybody, what's up? My name's Mackenzie.
And I'm Jonathan.
We are husband and wife, and we'd like to welcome you to TerreDice.
And today we're going to talk about how we have a lot of games and need to find places to store them.
Yes, today we are talking about clever storage solutions, things that we are continually evolving, making progress. For those that don't know, we do live in a New York City apartment, so we have had to get pretty clever with some of our storage solutions. So we're going to be sharing that with all of you today. So if that sounds like something you want to see, then just keep watching. So we're going to split this into a couple different categories that I do in my brain. There is the thrifty solution, basically where we don't have to buy anything. There's the solution where we're going to buy a little, but it's still pretty hacky. And then there's what I like to call, when I tell Jonathan he can't buy any more games, but so he buys a really fancy insert, which does help a lot with setup time, but there's that.
Doesn't count as a game.
So let's start with don't have to spend anything. What have we done?
Okay, cool. Well, we might have had to spend a little bit for this box band,
Okay.
but that's basically it. Okay, so Root is a game that has many, many expansion boxes, and we were able to fit it all into one box with the exception of the boards. So what we did for this guy is we basically put like all the game components in the main box, and then we put that in a lid of an expansion, and all the boards are in the lid. So we actually still have more room to put more stuff because there's still air on top of this. Now we use box bands. I just started using these recently to be able to store these things vertically because we were not able to store them like on their side until we had box bands. But now that we have these, you can get them on Amazon or other places. I will put a link to them in the chat. They help us store our games and prevent them from falling apart.
Yes, and I know a lot of people will ask, why do you store them upright? Because I know that's a sin for a lot of people. We do live in a New York City apartment, so that actually helps a lot with getting more games into the shelves.
You gotta get really clever and put stuff kind of any which way.
Yeah.
Now, we do combine games pretty frequently into those boxes. I did destroy the other boxes for Root. So I have with me, we just finished reviewing Cascadia, Rolling Rivers, and Rolling Hills. Now we did fit everything into the base box except for one of the extra pads, but
yes.
I put that off to the side.
But the goal is to play it enough that then that fits into there.
Yes, so I'm gonna do it on camera. Pop, and some tape. Pop, pop. Pop. You get used to it. It's really hard the first time, and then this guy goes in the recycle, and we're done. Or in the trash.
No one
There's
from
a lot of glue in
AEG
there.
is watching this video.
We kept it. It's still alive. But yeah, that is honestly the only way that we store, or can store all of our games.
Yes, I think the big thing is don't be afraid if you need to destroy the box if you have all the components and they can fit into something else that's a smaller solution, because that just means more games.
Yeah, and we do, like, for instance, Underwater Cities here, like, we do allow for lid lift as long as it, like, fits everything. This has another type of insert, which we'll talk about later, but, box bands can be really helpful for, like, even just the extra, like, ½ inch that we got from not keeping the expansion box was totally worth it.
So it's a saying, you don't have to keep the expansion box. It's okay. It's okay. So now we're going to go into the thrifty, spent a little, but still pretty thrifty. So this is the game Disney Sorcerer's Areana, which sadly has been discontinued. So this box will stand as its final solution. This was many, many boxes before, all with different characters that you could battle in this game. But now Jonathan has actually condensed them. Each character now fits in this little box right here.
Little, like, 24 card like deck boxes. I'll put a link to it in the description.
I love this solution. This is so clever because, like, once you get down to like what the actual gameplay is, it's really tiny, and now it's just all fits in this beautiful box. And now I think all the characters will get played a lot more because they're just so easy access.
Yeah, and I can't take credit for it. I'm pretty sure somebody on Discord posted a picture of this, and I was like, I need that. Where'd you get those?
Yes, it's very, very clever. And so we did it with this game, but I'm sure there's many other games that you could think of solutions that are like this.
Yeah, for sure. Now, another, like, custom solution we did was Splendor. You remember?
Splendor. So that is also another custom solution. So Splendor is kind of a joke in the community. It, like, once you condense the pieces down, it's only about this, but it comes in a box that's about this big. All air. Yeah. So we got a little kit off of Etsy, which is a 3D printed thing, and I did a little short on it on our Instagram, and so you can see right here how we are able to get this in a really small size. And so for us in our space, that really worked well for us.
Yeah, we don't have it with us because I'm pretty sure it's in Charlotte's room and she's sleeping.
Yep,
so.
that's where the small games are. So that makes sense.
Terraforming Mars?
Terraforming Mars. Okay, so this is a solution. Did you come up with this?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a Jonathan-inspired solution. He bought these game X-trays. So if you aren't familiar, Terraforming Mars is literally has just a box of stuff. Like it's very disorganized. It takes a long time to set up.
Well, it does have expansions in it, like the Prelude stuff. It was less about like fitting it all into one thing, and then it was more about organizing it all into one thing.
Yes, and set up, because this would take an extremely long time to set up. I also have I'm not going to unpack it right now. I also have another short that I'll be showing right here. It shows us unpacking it, and it makes it a lot easier to get into the thing. So these are game trays. So we have a lot of these. We buy these a lot. There's a bunch of different types of trays like this, and it's like this really great storage solution, and also really great for just playing the game in general. We use these boxes during gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So now
into the grand finale.
Now into the fancy category. So we are going to be talking about the company Folded Space.
Ooh, so Folded Space makes these absolutely gorgeous inserts. Now, they do come in these flat boxes, which I'm going to show you in a second, but you basically glue them together and then you get these super gorgeous, perfectly like planned inserts that fit everything in like the most functional way possible. It is like so clear that the people who designed these inserts played the game before they designed them, because not only are they like functional, but like they actually like help speed up the game, speed up how you play the game. I mean, the Star Wars Rebellion one just like has all your ships right there where you need it. It just makes it so much nicer. And like we also have like her player, like here's my player pieces. They all go together in this like one that's purple. You know, if I'm the blue player, there's the blue one. Now their older inserts were gray, so they only recently started doing like colored themed inserts. Oh my gosh, they're so much fun and add so much production quality to a game. So if you can remember the puzzle of how they fit together, there's a little paper guide that I cut out and keep in there. That has been like one of my favorite upgrades that we've done for games.
Yeah.
And we always have a few of them. So thank you so much to Folded Space. They sent us Barcelona and Wormspan, which we're super excited to build as well. But I'm also just buying these all the time. We got an Arnak one to put together. We have ones for like Great Western Trail.
Great Western Trail is a big one.
Underwater Cities is in one. There's like Scythe.
Basically anything that the game is absolutely amazing, but if they just dumped all the cardboard in there. Folded Space has really tried to make this easier for that and fill that space.
And it condenses it too. So like for instance, the Underwater Cities one fits the expansion stuff. The Seven Wonders Duel one that we have makes it so that the two expansions fit into the Seven Wonders Duel base box. And then like the Scythe ones condense it, so if you have the Invaders from Afar and the ships, I forget, the Wind Gambit. If you have those two expansions, they collapse into the Fenris and the base box. So it makes it so you have like way less boxes on your shelf too. But I love Folded Space inserts. These are so wonderful.
And I think that this is where it comes into another, like, lastly, I'm just going to talk about, so even if you don't have a small place like we do and you happen to like board games a lot, but you have a big place, one thing about these organizing solutions like these Folded Space and the different things that we have, it makes it getting to the table faster, which I think between video games and board games, one of the big drawbacks that people be like, let's just play a video game, it's because of that setup time. So if there's any way that you can cut into that and make that a little shorter, especially with some of your favorite games, you can get them to the table a lot more often, which I think is another reason to organize them.
Totally agree. I love these inserts. I love all these solutions.
Yes, so. And so we have more solutions. So if you would like to see us do another video like this or see our entire collection and as we go forward, or how we purge games, I think we've done a video about that before, so I'll link that down below. But thank you guys so much for joining us. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know whenever we put out a new video. And thank you so much to Folded Space for sending us a couple of these inserts to check out. We were already buying them before, so it's great to be able to try out even more. But thank you guys, and I hope you play a great game this week. And we'll see you next time.
Happy playing.